Oh, we're live. Perfect, 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 perfect. Welcome, everybody. We're doing a little bit of casting for the Feudal division here. We're going a little bit over what's going on. We're a little bit late to the stream. We had some minor hiccups on what's going on. Very interesting things we're seeing here. Falconettis, and I believe, let me see here, what else is banned. We're doing this a little bit impromptu on this stream as opposed to the other one. It is KEBABS versus Slavs, as everyone knows, but Cataphracts are the other ones that are banned, as well as Falconetti. You obviously have KEBABS on the blue side here, and then Slavs on the red attacking. The polls for this match were very much in favor of KEBABS winning, but we shall see how it shakes out. I'm actually been very impressed with the plays here from KEBABS as they've been going along here. And I'd like to see how they perform on a no breach map. A little bit of Forbidden City. A little bit of prep work here. They're hitting with a few trebs initially off the start here. Interestingly enough, they do have a bow over on that left side here. Pulling some different units, maybe switching it up a little bit. We didn't really get to go over what we had for the heroes off the bat here. But let's go over a little bit what we see on the unit scale. Unless they want to do a little bit of posturing on this gate. Seems they're able to. They got a fort pike set up here along with... Okay, those are just pike militia. But I do want to see how they decide on these engagements here. It looks like they are setting up to hold maybe at the top of this if a siege tower lands. And it looks like it's going to. Considering no Falconettis this. But beyond that, we have a lot of VG on the Slavs side. Also some Chevalier. Cataphracts are banned. I thought Chevaliers were banned. I misread. As well as some Chevaliers. A few Shield Maidens. And interestingly enough, quite a few Shenjis. Shenjis are probably the most interesting pick. There we have a Flames from Rigas. Over on the side of... Do these guys get out with their lives? This is actually a bigger question. Elder EJ Durya not getting out with his life. Gonna have a little bit of a longer spawn timer. The tower on the far tab left does land. The tab left tower also lands, and we're gonna see a landing from the tab right tower. I want to see how they build up here and are preparing to push here. And how many people they actually end up getting off this. They are trying to farm heroes and unit kills off with these Chevaliers, but I don't know how successful they are in that. They're just getting a few pike militia. We do have some IPGs here ready to push. And they're very, very much posturing on the gate with those shield maidens. But we are going to see a gate shut from them. Batter rams all the way at the back has not been pushed at all. And we're seeing a lot of pressure coming up that tab right tower. Not a lot of response, however. They're going for that A point really quick. We'll see what they decide to do and how they're going to handle this from the Slavs side. That longbow coming in. What's he looking at? Get that red team. Want to see what that guy's shooting at. I don't exactly know how to, what the fastest method here to switch to one guy. There you go. Unless he's just not doing anything at the moment. Very well possible. I'll come back to this a little bit later. Oh, I am able to click. Easy enough. Oh, we're just seeing a little bit of snipes there. I don't know. I want to see what's going down here. What's going on with their pushes, because they haven't really set up anything just as of yet. They're doing a little bit of posturing on the side of Slavs, but not so much sorry, from the side of KEBABS, but they're not so much pushing from Slavs. They haven't really committed to a direction. Quite a few shield maidens from the KEBABS side, and it looks like an equal response for shield maidens on the Slav side. We shall see where they decide to push. Seeing shield maidens again postured up here on the tab right. Just sort of feeling each other out, seeing what's going down in terms of unit comp here. Now they are getting a little bit hit by these bows here. What are these? Oh, they're green bow. They're napkins. No. No. No, they're prefecture archers. No. Why? I guess if they're not going to push, what are you going to do? But you do see something interesting here. They're selling out the gate just a little bit with some shield maidens. The entire shield maiden unit gets a little bit clapped by that Shreb, but they do take out the shields that were on the gate. And now the gate is fairly open. They can't really respond to it with so many units, but they do end up cleaning it up here with their VG and a shield maiden unit combined. They have Modao in the gate that the VG do not seem to be pushing into. We shall see where they decide to push. They do finally seem to be posturing on this tab left side. Or maybe not. Let's just watch it here for a while and see what they decide to do. A little bit of pressure on the tab left side with some shield maidens. But now they're finally gearing up for an actual push down these stairs. They're giving them a lot of free room, giving them a lot of free land. You have to be careful about those 2 units of shield maidens on the backside, but we are watching with some Shenji bombs hitting down there. And the Shenji bombs are coming in absolutely clutch from the Slavs. They look to be getting some excellent damage hits from every single one of those Shenji bombs. But now as the KEBABS are pushing into that formation with the VGs countering on the stairs here, the VGs do miss quite a few of the shots. A lot of those bombs going down and hitting many of these units. Those Zyclean militia coming in absolutely clutch. But I think that's winning it out for the Shenji bombs. And we have your own Shenjis over on this side getting hit by the KEBABS Shenji, or sorry, by the Slavs Shenjis. But just a free charge straight through the center of it. And a second one. This one from, it looks like some Hussars. Initially, we had some Chevaliers coming out and absolutely wiping this push. Though they have been able to rotate over to this tab right supply. Over on the rest of the map, they have not been able to get any work done. A little bit of pushes through the gate. Though I think it's just a little bit of posturing and preventing some sallies. Though from the back, we have some charges that maybe aren't as successful as they would. And I take back my words right now. Absolutely getting cleaned and clapped up by the Hussars from KEBABS. That is a lot of resources used up by the Slavs that they are not going to get back this match. As we discussed last time, the top numbers are not reliable. They are not accurate. And we're very much looking like we could have a B-side hold for this match. We see a few units coming back, some VGs, some Shield Maidens, some Flames. So I imagine they wanted to use those units once they were actually fully into the city. All right, so I have to restart the stream and put on a 3-minute delay and slow down the camera movement is what I've been advised. Put that down to 15, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, I think we're back. It says starting stream. I don't know if that actually means we're starting here, but I did miss a little bit of the match here as we were sorting this out. We do have a KEBABS push over on a Slavs push over in the tab left side down these back stairs, but we're seeing a lot of those clav charges that we saw initially from the KEBABS pushing into these. We see those flames getting excellent value. We'll have to look over that at the end of the match from RG Irez. Down to 3 out of his full set of flames. There's a lot of resources being choked up on these charges, and I can't solidly say in my heart of hearts that KEBABS are going to win this one. Oh, sorry, that Slavs are going to win this one. I think it's a solid win for KEBABS here. In the last 2 minutes, used up a lot of the resources on both sides, but I think those key cav charges from the KEBABS really closed it out for Slavs. We do see a few units being pulled here, though that's majority blue units and green units. Maybe something, a few things we wanted to see earlier. There are definitely some gold units in reserve along with a few purple. We have that RG Van Blade there with some purples. Surikun with those Shield Maidens. I don't know how many are left. Quite a bit of Zyclean Militia. That full unit of Shenjis. And that unit of Chevaliers from Zemek. They do seem to be going for a last-ditch effort, a last-ditch push in through the gate here. But it's against wing hussar charges. It's really not going to end well. That is not a nice sight to see. Devastated bodies, a few trebs coming down from the top. Game is almost over. I think we're past that point already, actually. A clean through the center here. And that's a KEBABS win. All right, we are back up. We should be back up. Perfect. Let's discuss a little bit about what went down in that match. Well, we messed up, certainly, and what's going on with sort of the English casting here. As everyone knows, Seabee is a little bit away for this weekend. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's what it is, and we appreciate what he's doing. But let's actually, before we get into that, we'll talk about that in the downtime there. RGI Joslock, I believe he had... Oh, no. Redrez had the flames, and you see that count on the Shield Maidens. 31 Shield Maidens killed, nearly 8 million damage by units. A total of 85. Oh, okay. So they've changed up the score system. Okay, interesting. But anyway, we can see it here. 85 million damage to the units. Looking out through the different heroes, we see some very impressive numbers. Definitely from these flames. But then just below an 11 million damage player. Beyond that, we see some lower numbers down at the tail end here. So a few matching up. Another 8 million damage from Zemek. We saw a few of those units were unused at the tail end. But they did get used. That is the Slavs, however. So let's see a little bit from what we saw from KEBABS. Immediately you see that disparity. That 11.5 million, sorry, 1.15 million damage. I keep adding the extra 0. My mistake. But then that's 8.8 million damage. So that wasn't even, it was 0.8. That is 1 million damage right there. 800,000 damage, 1.3 million damage. Some very impressive numbers coming out from KEBABS. You really do love to see it. And I think it's just those cav charts really won it out for them. But more on to what's going down and matches within the next half, or just over the next half hour. But we are starting off now, and I am excited to see it. All right. We're getting started with Hidden City here. All right, we're getting started here with what we're seeing from on Hidden City. Of course, Slavs over on the attacker side, and KEBABS over on the attacker side, Slavs over on the defender side. We're mixing it up a little bit here. We have a lot of pole axes coming out today that we don't usually see. A couple glaives, a little bit more than the average. That longbow is back. We are seeing that. I don't exactly know. I'll have to take note of that next time to take a look at what they have done. But we are seeing a lot of cavalry coming out from the defending Slavs here. And Chevaliers is the play of the game from KEBABS. I like to see how it shakes out and what they decide to do with it. We do see a few interesting things, like people not being season level 50 yet, so they do have restricted access to some of the ruins, especially some of the very useful ones. So they do come around 45 and 40 respectively. Let's take a look at what the map is here. We are going to look to fix up the camera movements for this match. We're going to bring it down to maybe a 13. There you go. And we can use the Q's and E's to accelerate and decelerate. Quality so it doesn't pixelate so much. Listen, I'm kind of trying. It's pixely on my end somewhat as well. I'll try and get some bias here towards it. But we do see actually here. Let's see those climbers climbing up immediately. We do see over here the dual blades pushing up, though I think it is just a little bit of hero posturing as they get a few things down. Now, they didn't nearly get down the battering ram just as of yet, though I think it's going to be one of their main priorities to get down tonight. Let's see. OBS should have a high priority. Okay. We're not having a lot of things happening, but they do look to be posturing on that tab right tower with a few units right now. Those shield maidens, they may be looking to get a lot of early pressure going up, and they are looking to get some kills right off the bat. They do get that longbow immediately, and that's, I guess, what you get for being a longbow in a game like this. So we do see some javelins up here at the top being taken out by some KEBABS. By some KEBABS. I got it right this time. As well as another hero taken down here from the Slav side. I wonder if it's going to be a similar strategy where it's going to take quite a while for them to push in. They have not broken through the gate just yet, but they also have not destroyed the battering ram. Let's see how they decide to destroy them in fight in this situation. Oh, why am I being taken on a goose chase? We do have some of those VG on the backside ready to hit from the back whenever is necessary. Though they don't seem to be putting up any frontline defense here just as of yet, though it is just a little bit of posturing, getting some units up, and we see quite a few shield maidens spring up the units on the bottom side right here. We do see quite a few shield maidens out from the attackers from the KEBABS. Shield maidens. We do have those blue archers back. It's only temporarily. Oh, there we are. No, they're still out. I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know about these blue archers. They are very well maybe. I believe they do provide a defense reduction, and that's a quick way to get eliminated from the tournament. Place down that that bombard right there. Just a little bit of hero play, getting some pushes out here. We might get to see that dual blade or that short sword go down, but it looks like it's going to be the dual blade losing his life in an unfortunate turn of events. We do see some alchemists coming out from... Who is it now? From the defenders, from the Slavs. Really looking to get those disrupts on those stairs. The alchemists do definitely provide some amount of disruption on those stairs. We will tab over just the longbow is bait. I wouldn't doubt that longbow is bait. It's very much something interesting. We are looking to increase the bit rate. I blame Twitch though. We are seeing a little bit of stalling out from that top side, though. We may see that push sooner or later. We do see the shields on the gate here getting just clapped up. Losing a unit of those shields for free is never something you want to see. They do seem to be initiating the push at least just a little bit now. Though I'd like to see what they decide to do with it and where the Slavs actually decide to engage. I remember the KEBABS decided to engage right onto the stairs, pushing them back up as they were going. But the Slavs seem to be taking a separate strategy here. and just letting them advance out just a little bit. They are pushing towards these Shield Maidens and VG over on the right side. I think they're going to get cleaned up just a little bit too easily here. We just see a lot of cavalry from the Slavs today, and it will be interesting to see where they decide to use it. We do see a lot of those, and I hear the cavalry charging right now. Those winged starts coming in through, not getting nearly as much value as you would have liked to see. The Chevalier is definitely getting a lot of value from the backside, having those crossbows fire constantly and constantly. We see a lot of units getting cleaned up by the KEBABS. But then getting encountered by the Slavs very easily. It's a very, very heavily defensive-sided map, and I want to see how they're going to adjust to the... Okay, so maybe that Hussar charge was a little bit too spread out, was able to get Hero Plate encountered, but we shall see how they're going to cope with the situation. They're building up more Chevs here. They have no units. It's just heroes here, and they're hero playing the absolute hell out of it. And it may turn out to be just some cavalry action. They are getting through the gate for absolutely free. They do not have a setup. We did see them cap that supply on the tab left side while we were waiting, and they are on to the point for free here. They're being allowed to set up just a bit. It seems like the KEBABS have overplayed their hands, or sorry, the Slavs have overplayed their hands here, really committing to that first push and not really necessarily being able to counter that second push. We do see a juicy Hussar charge straight down the middle into another Hussar charge, but I'm gonna say it's definitely the blue archers reduced damage dealt by 70%. That's why we're seeing them out here. We are seeing those cav charges hit each other. In terms of the units that are actually here, it seems to be some Fjord Brachio. I don't know how well that trap's going to hit. There is a bit of a platform in the way. We are seeing a lot of pushes down that top right side. B point has not been captured yet, though I don't think they're necessarily concerned with actually capturing the final point. We are seeing those fort pikes a little bit abandoned here, getting cleaned up by the Chevaliers and Heroes, as well as those VG. Unfortunate losing a full unit like that. We are seeing a pushback and a delay from those Chevalier units, though I don't know if they're looking to necessarily hold here. We are going to see a lot of cav charges and a big wings to start charge. I'm looking forward to this one. And it just gets sort of stalled out by those Chevaliers. It really unfortunate here. We do see those KEBABS. We saw that they had a lot of Chevaliers early on, and they look to be using them as well as they could be. And they're not being able to provide any sort of proper resistance here. In terms of units that are left, we do really see that the KEBABS have used quite a few of their units, but as quite a few of their resources, as have the Slavs. However, we do see a little bit of that resource advantage from the defenders here from the Slavs, though I don't know for how long. Actually, we do see some VG, some Shield Maidens, and some Chevaliers here. I don't know how much of that retinue is back, but they are pushing around the back to that spawn point, cutting off and separating the defenders from their better half. There is that spawn immunity zone, but I don't think that's what they're aiming to do long term. They're pushing through that back gate, the quick resupply, bringing Chevs up onto the platform, really going for that 15v15 full push. Those blue, don't think those wooden shields are going to do very much. But we are seeing the engagement right now, and it's just Chevaliers cleaning up the front here quite a bit. We are seeing those green shields charging in and getting those cycle charges. They're excellent for it. And I think this might be a KEBABS win closing out the match. We do see that pushback from the back, though it's mostly green and gray units. We do see that one shield maiden with 9 left pushing up the front. 9 shield maidens and a dream, but I don't think they close that out. The hero is dead. The KEBABS are fighting on the point with many, many more units, whereas KEBABS have their whereas Slavs are just hero playing the point with a few short swords, and I think the rest of their team dead. There is a musket. The musket who could. Oh. There we are, there we are, there we are. Now we do have a bit of downtime in terms of between the matches here.